The sunroom where Dottie Channel spends much of her time today wasn't the same last year. On this day in 2010, the Athens County resident and the home that she's had for 50 years were in the center of a tornado.
Debris started going through the yard, and I was watching. All of a sudden, a tree come through the wall, a tree come through the door, a tree come through the window.
The sunroom where Dottie sat, destroyed, along with many other parts of her home. Dottie herself was just minorly scathed.
And the glass was in my chair here. The glass was in my hair. I didn't feel the glass, but I had a cut on my lip, a cut on my eye, but on my forehead. But a limb came in and hit both of my knees, and that's really what hurt me.
Today, an empty lot sits down the street from Dottie, where a few residents lost everything. On September 16th, Garrett Matheson came home to find his neighbor's trailers upside down.
I could just hear the screams. Really loud, high-pitched screams.
With no emergency personnel on the scene, he answered the cries for help.
She was actually under a couch. We just got the couch off top of her and we found a backboard, and then they carried her out of there.
The 2010 tornado was the first to strike Athens County in nearly 40 years. It made contact with more than 400 structures. 51 properties suffered major damage, and 30 were destroyed. Volunteers from around the state responded to the damage. Kathleen Gearhart was one of them.
There was a continuing thread of cooperation between all of the people who were involved. We all worked together.
Kathleen chaired the Long-Term Recovery Committee, which took charge of relief efforts the days after immediate response groups had left. The group handled cases where tornado victims did not have insurance or qualify for state loans.
We had so many people coming out and volunteering, but if you would drive through those areas now, and there are areas that were fairly hard hit that you would never realize that in just a year ago that a tornado would come through and did as much damage as it had.
Now, official relief efforts have ended, but as you can see behind me, there are still signs of significant storm damage caused by the tornado. In neighborhoods like Pioneer Village, debris piles still stand. This resident's neighbor had to move after the storm.
It was really only one house that completely got destroyed. It was our neighbor Jennifer and Brad.
The September tornado directly hit many, but it indirectly hit people throughout the community.
It changed the way our people look at storms and the fears they have, and we tend to deal with that on any heavy windstorm we have now. We have a lot of people call with concerns.
21-year-old Savannah Bullock says she was psychologically damaged from the storm.
You know, just leaves going across the road would make me nervous. I'd get in my car and I'd start to not be able to breathe. Like I'd have panic attacks over it.
After nearly losing her job from not going to work, Savannah sought help from a counselor.
I wouldn't be able to sleep at night because I'd have such bad dreams about it.
Last year's disaster also made Dottie more aware of the weather.
I think about it. I'm not scared, but they say it can come again.